under green flag racing. Ron Hornaday again with a great jump on the field as he has gotten ahead of everyone. And look at this, Tony Raines back to the pits, and again a problem with his transmission. He just couldn't get it up to speed on the restart.
You saw him inside the truck working the shifter back and forth, trying to get it out of second gear. He got hung in second gear again.
From second place back to about 15th, there isn't about 5 foot between any one of the trucks, but Ron Hornaday is stretching it out. You see Ron Barfield in the number 55 car, and he and Jack Sprague just moved to the inside of Mike Bliss, and again, they're having trouble. Take a look at our Napa field summary. Hornaday, your leader, he started on the pole. Boris Said has stayed in second position. Corelli, Kenny Irwin, and Ron Barfield, so not much of a change in the front of the field.
Jack Sprague moved up from his 11th starting position up to 6th. You had Rick Crawford back in 15th. Jay Sauter up in 11th. Kelly Denton in the 30 truck with local sponsorship this week from Food City. Curtis Markham in 19th.
Good battle for 5th here on the racetrack right now as Barfield in the 55 is racing along with Kenny Irwin in the Ray Vestas truck. And here comes Jack Sprague. Sprague is making a move, taking a look to the inside on Barfield.
Yeah, that's actually a battle for 4th when you include the 98 truck of Kenny Irwin. 4th, 5th, and 6th right there.
Irwin, a 2-time winner in 1997 in the Craftsman Truck Series. A rookie in the division, somewhat of a surprise, and they have had an incredible year. He and Rich Mickle both with 2 victories in 1997.
I was reading that the 55 truck of Ron Barfield was entered by Tom Gloy, a big name in road racing, so trying to break in the truck series a little bit.
Barfield's been driving quite a bit for Bill Elliott, and tonight in a Tom Gloy number 55. Now this is 10th place on the racetrack as Jay Sauter in the Goodwrench truck is trying to work his way around TammyJo Kirk in the Lovables number 7. And TammyJo got her a little bit squirrely on the front stretch.
Yeah, they've lost a little ground in the 9th place truck. So Jay Sauter says, I have to get by her and get on up so I don't lose track of the trucks ahead of us.
And right behind this group is Kelly Denton in the Food City truck, that number 30, as you said. Denton from right here in Bristol, Tennessee. So a lot of fans in the stands going to be rooting for that beautiful green truck. Norrick is definitely slow. TammyJo off the pace there. Sauter got around her.
Joe Ruttman made a nice move to get around Tony Roper in the 31 truck. Joe Ruttman in the 80 truck, the LCI truck from Jack Roush.
A lot of great racing back here from 4th place on back. There are battles all over the racetrack. There you see the Concord, number 31. That's Roper right behind Ruttman. TammyJo now moving up on Lance Norrick. Norrick with a slower truck, and TammyJo gets it sideways on the back straightaway. Couple of trucks sliding there. The number 75 of Dan Press also involved.
Curtis Markham also spun. He's down at the very end of pit wall towards turn 3. It's one of those things. TammyJo was trying to get around a lap truck and had a little contact there, it looked like.
Boomer Esiason's Heroes, the sponsor on the 32 truck tonight, the Active Racing. Let's take a look at exactly what happened coming down the back straightaway.
Here you see Kelly Denton. TammyJo is trying to get by Lance Norrick. Doesn't go around the outside. Kelly Denton expected her to. Got in the back of it a little bit. Looked like Dan Press might have got hit in the back and turned him around into the inside wall. I'm sure the same thing happened to Curtis Markham. There he is. Curtis just went out of the screen sideways and got down to the inside wall with a little bit of contact.
The 4th caution of the night here in the Load Handler 200, but these trucks look like they may be able to continue on in the race. Not a lot of damage to TammyJo's, but it appears she may head to the pit road. Now, Ron Hornaday has been the leader all night long. We're at lap 53 at this point in the Napa Brakes truck. And the big question, Phil, is what is the pit strategy this evening here at Bristol?
Well, with the truck series, there really is no pit strategy. You go to 100 laps, they throw the caution flag. You have a 5-minute timeout. You can do some adjustments. Let's go down to Larry Rice in the pits with TammyJo.
She's coming in, she's changing both right side tires. You're not allowed to change tires under normal circumstances. But if they're flat spotted, they have to leave those tires on the pit lane. The inspectors will come down and take a look at them. If they were flat spotted, then it's okay. They'll make that determination after she goes back out. But I can see them now, and there aren't.
Well, thank you, Larry. That is the determination for the NASCAR officials to make whether or not they had a problem. On board the Precision Gear sponsored in-car, and Kelly Denton just came up on the back of TammyJo in a hurry. What a move Redmond made.
He sure did. Had to get on the brakes hard to keep him running over him.
Well, that just shows you how things can happen in a hurry here, and TammyJo now headed back to pit road, so they will continue to service Jeff Bodine's number 7. Larry Rice.
Well, they come back in. They're going to change the left side tires now. Here's the flat spot on the tire. You cannot change tires on it normally except at the halfway point. If it's flat spotted, if it's flat, or if it's equalized, you can change. They determined that it's okay. She had flat four tires. She will not be penalized.
Now TammyJo is going to come out of the pit road right in front of the leaders as we go back to green. Hopefully she will stay down to the inside, and she does. And once again, Hornaday with a great jump. And it appears Tony Raines may have his problem fixed.
That's good and bad news for TammyJo. She has new tires, but now she's a lap down because of that second tire change.
And she has to wait for the entire field to get by her before she can really get back in the groove.
It's so tough at Bristol. The track is so narrow. You know, a lot of times you see people with trouble. This is the hardest place to run when you've had trouble and your car may not be up to speed. This is because you cannot get out of the way. There's no place on the racetrack to get out of the way.
Mike Bliss is hung on the outside of that second pack of trucks, and again, he is a couple of laps down. Also, the number 19 truck is 5 laps down. So, folks, Tony Raines is not racing for the lead here. He's just trying to get one of his laps back. Here is Bliss on the outside of the Quaker State, number 24 of Sprague. He is trying to move back up and get one of his laps back, racing alongside of Ron Barfield. Boy, look right in the window there and watch Barfield drive.
It's obviously that Mike Bliss's truck is not right. He's bent some ball joints, he's broken a shock like Barry Dotson alluded to earlier. He's knocked the toe end out. His truck is obviously not right.
And here goes Rich Bickle in the diehard truck right past him, so you're right. Again, Bliss starting to go backwards. Taking a look at Michael Dockenaro in contact. Mike Bliss goes to the wall. Hard impact after he made contact, and Bob Keselowski comes through with nowhere to go and slams in to the left front of Mike Bliss.
Terrible, terrible break for Bob Keselowski, and then also Mike Bliss. Looked like the 18, Mike Bliss's truck's on fire. Seems like every time we've had an accident, there's been a fire. Looks like it's still burning. Mike Bliss is trying to get back to the pits.
Bob Keselowski was in a pack of 3 trucks racing side by side, and he had nowhere to go. Now Bliss has climbed out of the Team ASE truck, and he is okay, but the truck absolutely is smashed.
Looked like the 18 truck of Michael Docken was trying to get by Bliss, trying to get by on the inside. Mike didn't know he was there, came down. Michael Docken had already committed. There's some serious damage, and also a fire on Bob Keselowski's truck. Here we go again. Here's Michael Docken in the 18 truck on the inside. He's trying to follow Rich Bickle by, and look, he's right on the bottom of the racetrack. Mike Bliss comes down, didn't know he was there, and around he goes into the wall. Then the trouble starts. A nice job by Brian Reffner to miss him. Here's another angle. So you see Michael Docken. He's already up to his rear tire, almost up to his door. Backs out of the throttle. Mike comes down, just doesn't give him quite enough room.
The Dana-sponsored number 18 of Michael Docken got away from the trouble, though, but as Mike Bliss sat in the middle of the racetrack, here comes Bob Keselowski in a pack of 3 trucks, nowhere to go. Gets pushed in there a little bit by Stacy Compton in the Valvoline truck, and a lot of damage on the Mopar Performance Dodge, the number 29 of Keselowski. So Ron Hornaday continues to be the leader. Lap 62 here at Bristol Motor Speedway, Thunder Valley, and it's a wild race tonight here at Bristol.